American Holocaust by David E. Stennard. Prologue. In the darkness of an early July morning in 1945, on a desolate spot in the New Mexico desert, named after a John Donne sonnet celebrating the Holy Trinity, the first atomic bomb was exploded. J. Robert Oppenheimer later remembered that the immense flash of light, followed by the thunderous roar, caused a few observers to laugh and others to cry. But most, he said, were silent. Oppenheimer himself recalled at that instant a line from the Bhagavad Gita: "I am become death, the shatterer of worlds." There is no reason to think that anyone on board the Niña, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria, on an equally dark early morning 4.5 centuries earlier, thought of those ominous lines from the ancient Sanskrit poem: "When the crews of the Spanish ships spied a flicker of light on the windward side of the island, they would name after the Holy Savior." But the intuition, had it occurred, would have been as appropriate then as it was when the first nuclear blast rocked the New Mexico desert sands. In both instances, at the Trinity test site in 1945 and at San Salvador in 1492, those moments of achievement crowned years of intense personal struggle and adventure for their protagonists and were culminating points of ingenious technological achievement for their countries. But both instances also were prelude to orgies of human destructiveness that, each in its own way, attained a scale of devastation not previously witnessed in the entire history of the world. Just 21 days after the first atomic test in the desert, the Japanese industrial city of Hiroshima was leveled by a nuclear blast. Never before had so many people, at least 130,000, probably many more, died from a single explosion. Just 21 years after Columbus's first landing in the Caribbean, the vastly populous island that the explorer had renamed Hispaniola was effectively desolate. Nearly 8 million people, those Columbus chose to call Indians, have been killed by violence, disease, and despair.